Why are we so curious about what is inaccessible? Psychology offers several fascinating answers to this question, especially in the context of love and human interactions. Below, we explore 6 intriguing psychological aspects that can make anyone reflect on their own nature, with the important caveat that these should not be used manipulatively in personal relationships. Number 1. Predictability kills interest. The truth is that we are curious beings, drawn to the unknown and mysteries that challenge our understanding. When we become predictable, we become a story we've seen over and over again. Every line, every scene without surprises. People quickly grow bored with the predictable, especially in relationships where the thrill of the unknown keeps things exciting. We see this play out with manipulation principles tied to the fundamental keys of reward and uncertainty. It's like being a slot machine. The unpredictability of the reward makes people pull the lever. In this case, you are that machine. Sometimes you give attention and affection, and at other times, unpredictably, you pull away. This inconsistency triggers something deep in the brain, creating a kind of addiction. She begins to crave your attention because she can't predict when she'll get it. But being unpredictable isn't just about being an enigma. It's about creating an emotional roller coaster. The highs are highest when she doesn't see them coming, and the lows are deepest when you're distant. Number 2. Inciting someone to seek your attention is a form of psychological control. Making someone always want more because they can't understand. Your behavior is a way to become irreplaceable in their life. It's not just about being there for her, but about becoming the person she can't live without, the one who understands her best. Using her deepest emotions and fears is a strategy based on the element of surprise and the power of absence. When you suddenly become less available or disappear from the radar, it creates a sense of mystery and urgency that people find attractive. In your absence, you become what she can't have, especially if it was available before. Staying silent, no calls, no messages, no explanations, triggers a psychological reaction called loss aversion. This principle suggests that people are more motivated by the fear of losing something than by the prospect of gaining something similar. In your absence, she begins to feel a potential loss, which ironically increases your value in her eyes. Number 3. The strategy is not to ghost or create anxiety, but to strategically create a void. Then reappear when she truly starts to feel your absence. When you return, you'll find that her interest and appreciation for you have grown. This isn't just a game, but a deep understanding of human nature and desire. That's precisely the role you'll play. Number 4. Don't show too much emotion. During your encounters with her, this rule involves controlling the emotional climate of your interactions. In the psychological game of attraction, showing too much emotion can be interpreted as weakness. For example, giving up your power by showing that you're overly excited or invested in your feelings. The strategy here is to keep your emotions in check during encounters with her. Show interest, of course, but in a controlled and measured way. It's about striking a balance between the joy of seeing her and avoiding emotional overflow. This approach leverages the psychological concept of being hard to get, which makes her more curious about why you're not as enthusiastic as she expected. This could make her more interested in you and encourage her to explore the path of tranquility. And Stoicism with a practical guide to Stoicism. However, it's important to remember that this isn't about being cold or distant, but about creating charm and intrigue around your feelings, making every display of affection or emotion feel like a reward earned through effort. This balanced attention keeps her interest alive and increases your psychological influence over her. You're not an open book, but a chapter she's constantly trying to read. Number 5. Avoid giving other men who might be close to her any attention. While jealousy is a common emotion, it's often perceived as a sign of weakness and vulnerability. Showing jealousy signals to her that you feel threatened and lack confidence in your position. That's not the image you want to project. Instead, you want to embody confidence and security. The strategy here is to remain stoic when other men are present. If she talks with other guys, Show that you're calm and confident in yourself and in what you have together. This detached attitude can work in your favor because it manipulates the psychological principle of reactivity, where people want more of what they feel is limited in availability. By not showing jealousy, you give her the freedom to choose, which paradoxically often leads her to choose you. You position yourself as the safest and most carefree option. However, this doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. It's about showing that your value and self-esteem don't depend on her actions. By mastering this, you increase your psychological appeal. You're not just another guy reacting predictably to jealousy. You're the one who stands out with confidence and indifference to potential competition. Number 6, prioritize your goals and ambitions, not fleeting pleasures. This is about showing where your priorities lie, and believe me, it's a powerful psychological play. When you send a clear signal that you're driven, that you have a purpose, and that you're not easily swayed by short-term gratification, such an attitude is incredibly attractive and positions you as a person of high value and substance. Here's how it manifests in action. Let her see that your goals take precedence. It's not about neglecting her or the relationship, but about demonstrating that you don't depend on her for your happiness or sense of fulfillment, that you're an individual with your own path. This creates a dynamic where she sees you as someone striving for something greater, a man who doesn't live just for the moment but is building a future. This characteristic is psychologically appealing. Naturally, we're drawn to people who show ambition and determination. Moreover, this approach reinforces the concept of scarcity. When you're less available because you're pursuing your ambitions, your time becomes more valuable. She'll start to see your time and attention as a precious resource. It's not about playing games, but about genuinely investing in your own growth and success, while ensuring you're not just another option in her life, but rather a prize to attain. You become someone she wants to spend time with, someone she respects and cherishes. If you find these strategies intriguing, click like and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the human mind and relationships. Use this knowledge with caution, and remember that it's not just about making someone think about you constantly, but about building something meaningful with them. Have you ever been confused about whether a woman was interested in you or just being friendly? Men often struggle to read between the lines, especially when she keeps her feelings secret. But today, this video will provide you with the key to understanding these subtle signs and deciphering the secret language of attraction. Stay with us, and by the end you'll have the chance to uncover the truth behind these contradictory signals. Silence is sometimes more eloquent than words. Observing the way she smiles can reveal a lot about her feelings. A constant smile may indicate that she's attracted to you, and perhaps uses this gesture to appear friendly and approachable. Paying attention to these subtleties can reveal valuable insights into her emotions. Body language and timing are classic signs of interest. This gesture, along with other hair-playing behaviors, may indicate that she likes you. Pay attention. If she leans toward you or uncrosses her arms, as this behavior reflects openness and interest. Also notice changes in her tone of voice, as such variations can reveal attraction. Vocal signals are powerful indicators of your connection with her. Touching the nape of her neck may seem unusual, but it's a significant sign of attraction in body language. When a woman shows her neck by tilting her head, wearing clothes with open necklines or loosening her hair, she's unconsciously signaling attraction. This gesture is perceived as a way of opening up and a subtle invitation for the other person to approach. Observing these movements is crucial, as it's a delicate and effective way for women to express their feelings. Pay attention to this gesture, as it's a subtle but significant sign of her interest in you. Quick glances are a subtle indicator of interest, especially when a woman tries to keep that interest secret. These fleeting looks in your direction are her way of connecting without being too obvious, an approach that balances showing interest and maintaining a sense of mystery. Eye contact can be hard to interpret, but if you notice her eyes turning toward you and then quickly looking away, especially when she meets your gaze, it's a positive sign that she's definitely interested in you, but playing it subtly. These shy glances are her way of expressing interest while trying to hide her true feelings. Experts suggest that if a woman frequently licks her lips in your presence, it may be a sign of hidden attraction. This gesture may go beyond a mere accidental habit and could be an unconscious action she takes when interested in someone. Lip licking, in the right context, can be a sign of attraction. So if you notice she's nervous and licks her lips more often in your presence, take it as a clear hint. This small but significant act is her way of showing interest without openly admitting it. Nervousness is easily detectable when a woman is nervous around you, which can be a sign that she's trying to hide her feelings. Nervousness can manifest in various ways, such as excessive sweating, stuttering, or fidgeting. If you notice her hands trembling while she talks to you, or her voice shaking, these are potential signs of her hidden attachment. Over time, as she becomes more comfortable, these signs may fade as her feelings become clearer. Interestingly, some women react by becoming more defensive or critical to protect their emotions. If she's exceptionally sarcastic in conversations, it may be her way of hiding her feelings. In reality, her defensive behaviors are often a shield masking genuine interest in you. Rule 7. Attraction. Through body language. Body language can be a crucial indicator of interest and generally falls into two categories: inviting and defensive. When a woman displays inviting body language, she subtly signals her interest. Look for gestures like leaning forward during conversations, uncrossing her arms, or pointing her feet toward you. Such acts, like opening her arms or tilting her posture, suggest focused attention and receptivity to what you're saying. Inviting body language is a conscious way of showing she's comfortable with herself and open to approach. On the other hand, defensive body language, such as crossing her arms or legs or pointing in another direction, often indicates a lack of interest or a desire to maintain distance. Rule 8. Remembering small details. If a woman remembers small details about you, it can be an excellent indicator of interest. If she recalls something you mentioned weeks ago or aligns with your preferences, like familiarizing herself with your favorite music, food, or the kind of ambience you enjoy, this level of detail goes beyond casual conversation. It shows she's making a real effort to understand and connect with you on a deeper level. These small but significant memories are her subtle way of showing interest and a desire to know you more authentically. Rule 9. Choosing to sit next to you is an intentional gesture. If a woman consistently chooses to sit next to you, whether at work, school, or social events, it may be more than a coincidence. While this doesn't automatically mean she's interested, repeated instances of this behavior are a clear sign. Sitting next to you is her subtle way of showing interest without being too obvious. Rule 10. Indirect compliments. When a woman gives you indirect compliments, she speaks positively about you without being too obvious about her feelings. For example, if she praises the way you treat others, she's indirectly complimenting you. Such compliments can be hard to notice at first, but they're significant and show she's focusing on things she likes about you, indicating interest, but not wanting to make it explicit. Rule 11. Drawing your attention. When a woman constantly tries to draw your attention, whether at work, school, or social events, it's a clear sign she's interested in you. She may achieve this in different ways, like being particularly funny, telling interesting stories, or engaging in discussions on topics she's familiar with. Her effort to stand out in front of you is her way of subtly showing interest. When she shows interest in things you like, or prolongs conversations, it indicates she wants to be closer to you. These actions are her nonverbal way of expressing feelings without having to verbalize them directly. Be attentive to these efforts and deliberate attempts at communication. Rule 12. Extra effort to look good. If a woman takes extra effort to look good around you, interpret it as a distinct sign. This may involve more pronounced makeup, choosing elegant outfits, or experimenting with her hair just to catch your attention. This extra effort shows she cares about how you see her and is a way of highlighting her interest, indicating that the efforts are specifically for you. Rule 13. Taking the initiative in communication. If you notice a woman taking the initiative to communicate with you, whether through text messages, phone calls, or inviting you to events, it's highly likely she's interested in a closer connection. This initiative in communication shows she wants to spend time with you, and is willing to invest time and energy to build a meaningful connection. Rule 14. Nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication can be a powerful tool for expressing interest. If a woman consistently shows positive nonverbal signs, such as maintaining eye contact, leaning toward you during a conversation, or touching her hair, paying attention to these subtle gestures can reveal a lot about her feelings, even if she prefers to keep them secret. Rule 15. Sharing personal information. When a woman shares personal information with you, such as her experiences, dreams, or even worries, she demonstrates a level of trust and openness. This gesture shows she feels comfortable enough with you to be vulnerable, and may be an indicator of her interest in building a deeper connection with you. Be attentive to these moments of emotional intimacy, as they can signal interest that goes beyond mere friendship. Now that you have the signs a woman may show when she's interested in you, but keeps it secret, in the complex world of relationships, we often fall into the trap of romance, turning the quest for attachment into a sometimes desperate task. But what if I told you there's a better way to approach relationships? What if you could find happiness and fulfillment without constantly chasing someone else's attachment? This is where the timeless wisdom of Stoicism comes into play, an ancient philosophy that offers a refreshing and insightful perspective for maintaining a balanced outlook and developing healthy relationships. Stoic philosophers provide an opportunity to rethink our approach to love and the pursuit of happiness, especially when we're constantly chasing women. Many men feel compelled to pursue women due to social pressures, evolutionary instincts, or personal insecurities. Society often glorifies the image of the relentless hunter who pursues the object of his attachment without cease. This glorification can lead men to feel obligated to constantly prove themselves through exaggerated gestures of attachment, relentless pursuit, or even manipulation. However, Stoicism teaches us the importance of stepping back, pausing, and reflecting on the consequences of our actions. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, left us in his Meditations thoughts that can be interpreted in the context of pursuing women as a reminder of the importance of accepting the natural course of relationships, avoiding despair and endless pursuit. The Stoic approach to fulfillment differs from the constant quest for external goals like winning over women. Instead, it focuses on developing inner strength and resilience. Stoicism urges us to shift our focus from trying to change others or our environment to concentrating on inner transformation. Marcus Aurelius, as a paragon of Stoicism, offers a valuable guide on the path to inner transformation. He urges us to stop wasting time debating what a good man should be like in relationships and instead focus on becoming the best version of ourselves. Rather than pursuing women, we're encouraged to cultivate virtue within ourselves by practicing wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline. These virtues not only make us better people, but also more attractive to others. Self-mastery is a key lesson of Stoicism, emphasizing the importance of mastering our desires and emotions, having power over our own mind, and recognizing that we can control our reactions and emotions contributes to maintaining self-mastery and emotional stability, essential aspects in all relationships. Respecting autonomy is a fundamental Stoic principle. Rather than disregarding others' desires and autonomy by actively pursuing them, we learn to respect their choices and recognize that we're part of a larger cosmic order. Patience, according to Marcus Aurelius, is a virtue we should cultivate in seeking relationships. Avoiding impatience in pursuing women is crucial to allowing thoughtful actions to flourish. Practicing patience enables us to align with the cosmic order and act more patiently, reminding ourselves that some things are worth waiting for. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the key is to choose the right company, people who inspire us and demand the best from us. Rather than impulsively throwing ourselves into pursuing women, we should seek serenity and connection. In the world of relationships, rejection is a common and often painful experience. Many men perceive it as a blow to their self-esteem, leading to feelings of anger, sadness, and disappointment. However, Stoicism offers a different perspective on rejection. Marcus Aurelius teaches us not to let rejection cause prolonged pain. Instead of seeing it as an attack on our worth, we should view it as an opportunity for personal growth and self-improvement. Rejection doesn't define our value as individuals. It's simply a natural part of life. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining a rational and balanced perspective in the face of life's challenges, including triumphs and trials in relationships. We must not tie our happiness to achieving external goals. As human beings, we have the privilege of being alive and enjoying the small things, reminding ourselves that life is a gift and our happiness shouldn't depend on external factors. Instead of pursuing women as a means to happiness, Stoicism suggests finding fulfillment within ourselves by building authentic and deep relationships based on authenticity and mutual respect. This is far more meaningful than pursuing women without a significant purpose. Let's stop wasting time debating what a good man should be like in the context of relationships. Let's be authentic and sincere, naturally attracting those who appreciate us for who we are. Marcus Aurelius leaves us with a wise reflection. So little is needed to make a life happy, and it's all within our way of thinking. In relationships, this is particularly relevant. True fulfillment comes from cultivating a mindset of gratitude and acceptance, freeing us from attachment to external things. The key lesson of Stoicism is freedom from attachment to external things. This idea becomes relevant in the pursuit of a female partner. According to Marcus Aurelius, the best revenge is not to become like the one who caused the hurt. In the context of love, this means rising above the games and drama often associated with dating and relationships. Instead of seeking revenge or manipulation, we practice love based on respect, understanding, and authenticity. By letting go of the impulsive pursuit of women and adopting a more fulfilling approach to relationships, let's consider practical steps to integrate these teachings into our lives. Personal reflection is the first step to understanding our motivations, desires, and weaknesses. Take time to reflect on past relationships, analyze the patterns of success and failure, and how they affect current outcomes. Understanding our mental processes and emotions allows us to make more rational decisions in the future. Personal development is crucial. Following Marcus Aurelius's advice, we must stop wasting time debating what it means to be a good person and focus our attention on self-improvement, not to impress others, but to become a better version of ourselves. This involves dedicating time to education, hobbies, and personal growth that enrich and shape our character. Developing patience is essential. Impatience often pushes us to seek female partners hastily, leading to rash decisions. Practicing patience in all aspects of life helps us realize that the best things come to those who wait and fosters more thoughtful actions, especially in the context of relationships. Cultivating gratitude is vital in the pursuit of partners. It's easy to focus on what we don't have instead of what we already have. Shifting our perspective and practicing gratitude, as Marcus Aurelius emphasizes, can help us find fulfillment within ourselves and reduce the need for external validation. Respecting autonomy in interactions with women is crucial. Always respect their choices and autonomy. Each person has their own desires and life path. Rather than trying to change someone's opinion or conform them to your desires, respect their individuality. If someone isn't interested, move on with grace and without resentment. Reconsider rejection. As mentioned earlier, rejection is a part of life and doesn't define our worth. When faced with rejection, practice reframing it as an opportunity for growth. Use it as a chance to build resilience and self-control. Rejection doesn't reflect your character or worth as a person. It's simply a circumstance that can help you learn and improve. Build meaningful connections. Shift your focus from pursuing women to building deeper relationships based on authenticity and respect. Be genuine and show real interest in the person you're interacting with. Building a solid foundation based on respect and understanding can lead to more fulfilling and lasting outcomes in your relationships. Let go of the need for external validation. This is a fundamental lesson of Stoicism. Learn to find confirmation within yourself rather than in external sources. Free yourself from the need for constant approval or attention, and cultivate independence and inner strength so you don't have to seek validation through relationships or external sources. Mastery of emotions is essential. Develop your ability to control your emotions and reactions. Stoicism places great importance on preserving serenity and rationality, even in challenging situations. Aspire to virtue and love based on it. Adopting a Stoic perspective on long-term relationships highlights how these teachings can steer you away from impulsively seeking partners and encourage a more balanced approach to dating. Reflect on how these teachings can shape lasting relationships. Apply virtue in the long term. This involves ensuring your actions and decisions are guided by wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline. The goal is to be a virtuous partner and seek virtuous character in your partner. Maintain self-control. Self-control is necessary not only during the pursuit of partners, but also in long-term relationships. Your ability to manage emotions, especially during conflicts and challenges, is vital. Stoicism teaches you to step back, assess the situation rationally, and respond with self-control rather than impulsivity. Be patient and seek connection rather than the continuous pursuit of partners. Stoicism shows us that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from the relentless quest for external approval. Cultivate love free from attachment. In love, practicing virtue means acting with integrity and kindness without seeking to control or possess the other person. Use Stoicism as a guide for a more fulfilling life. The principles of Stoicism can help you live a richer, more meaningful life in relation to yourself and others. I encourage you to share your stories of triumph. So, subscribe, activate the notification bell, and leave a comment below. Share your journey, your victories, and even your struggles. If you're at a loss for words, simply write Stoic perspective to show you've overcome our session. Your interaction fuels this community, guiding us toward wisdom, understanding, and above all, the art of turning every challenge into an opportunity.